I first found out that I had colitis when I was 10.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's at the age of 14.
Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis are both forms of inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD. Crohn's disease can affect anywhere in the gastrointestinal tract, from gums to bum, from the esophagus, stomach, small bowel, or large bowel, whereas ulcerative colitis primarily affects the colon alone, although it can affect other areas as well.
We're hoping Crohn's and colitis will never lead to surgery, and too often this still happens.
I don't have a large intestine anymore, and I've been living like that for a year and a half.
Inflammatory bowel disease in Canada is rising. About 1 in 150 people are affected by IBD in Canada. That means about 250,000 people.
Children tend to be sicker and have more extensive disease than seen in adults.
Dr. Mack confirmed that Max had a very progressed diagnosis of ulcerative colitis. He had thousands of painful ulcers inside his intestine.
These are young children that are going to live their full lives with IBD. Right now it's a chronic disease. There is no cure for it.
Every day was a challenge. We didn't know if she would make it on the bus to get to school. Just knowing that our child has a serious illness has changed our family completely. It's a door you pass through that you can never go back.
But the scariest part for sure is not knowing what's wrong or why your child is sick.
From diagnosis to treatment, children undergo a number of investigations, including colonoscopies, and may include intravenous infusion.
Max visits the hospital every 4 or 5 weeks for his infusion.
Many of these medicines, they carry long-term risks, and risks that would keep any parent up at night.
By the time we got to the doctors, it was already really bad.
Seeing these patients under 5 even being diagnosed with IBD, it's incredibly difficult and heart-wrenching. And it's hard for the parents and hard for the families.
One of the things I think CHEO gave back to us was the ability to go out and enjoy things as a family and not be afraid of the pain or what she was feeling.
I learned how strong she is, how brave she was through all those visits.
There was lots of disappointments, and she just said, I'll be damned if I'm going to let that disease take my life.
It's pretty amazing what she does accomplish, and I think her future is bright, so I'm happy about that.
These children truly are champions in the fight against inflammatory bowel disease. They have chosen to stand up against IBD.
I don't just have patients with IBD, I have family members with IBD. So I stand up both for my patients and all my friends and family.
Stand up. I stand up with my team against IBD.
Stand up for people who have IBD.
Stand up for kids with IBD.
Stand up for kids like mine with IBD.
Stand up for kids with IBD.
Stand up for kids with IBD.
Stand up with us champions.
Stand up for the champions, stand up.
Stand up with us. Please share this video.